Hello, well, now this is Wolfstar Games. It's Anton, and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time, Kaito came up with the brilliant idea of using an AR skin to make Gun Build 2 look like Gunvarel. And I think that is an awesome idea, and I hope that we actually go through with that eventually. And last we actually left off, we're still in the middle of this meeting. I'm surprised at how long this meeting is. I actually wonder if we're going to wrap up this conversation this time. I thought we were going to last time, but no, we're still in the middle of it. So we'll see how things play out here. This is far too dangerous for any of us to handle. Maybe a little bit, yeah. We should stick to the safe, wired option. Akio's eyes suddenly open wide. She has a grin on her face.
Beam rifle みたいでかっこいいかも。
Beam rifle? So, a rifle that shoots like a particle beam?
アキちゃんはそういう子だったね。そういう子だったよ。
How could Kaito forget that she's that kind of girl? What?
危険すぎませんか？扱いを誤れば死ぬかもしれないものなんですよ。
And we don't want that to happen.
それを万博会場で使うというのはちょっと。
私、怖いかも。
Oh, Juna. Like, I'm sure everything will work out in the end.
まあ、あくまでワイヤレス電源を使うならという家庭のお話ですから。
Yeah, it's like when we last left off, we were talking about what to use as a power source. I still say that we have to use the monopole. It's like that's the only thing that makes sense to use.
そういう技術があるというだけで、やっぱり有線ケーブルを使う方法が一番いいとは思いますよ。
Okay, so if we have to use a wired power supply, how would that work with using the monopole? It's like that's what I'm trying to wrap my brain around. It's like how exactly would we go about making the monopole be a wired power source?
もし仮にレーザー光送電を採用するなら、ロボット本体にパイロットを乗せるのは厳禁です。
Wouldn't be able to have a pilot ride the robot? Why not?
死んじゃうから。
Oh, right. Because they would die from not only like the sheer heat of being inside the robot, but I guess just from the laser transmissions as well, that because of the nature of lasers, that could have a very deadly outcome if given the I guess if you're to get too close to a laser, a very powerful one, that you would just wind up how do I put this? You just wind up dead, I guess, to put it simply. Yeah, and we don't want that to happen to Kaito, that's for sure. Tenoji-san nods her head. A cold chill runs through my body.
レーザー光送電を採用しなくても遠隔操縦にはすべきです。
Remotely operated. That would be a safer option.
部長はまだマスタースレイブにこだわっているんですか？あんなの無理だし無駄ですよ。
マスタースレイブは冗談で言ったんだってば。コックピット内蔵についてのこだわりはね、もちろんあるよ。昔から言い続けてきたことだもん。
Yeah. It's like she doesn't want it to be remote operated. It's like she's trying to be innovative in having someone inside the robot operate it.
こだわる理由はロマンだけでしょ？
Well, yeah. I mean, she does think that would be cool, definitely.
その通り。
Yeah. Well, here we go.
いつも言ってるけど、巨大ロボは中に乗り込んでなんぼ。
Yeah, it's like... I mean, if not Kaito being the pilot, Akiho would want to do it as well. I mean, she tried to, but with Gun Build 1, but Kaito stopped her and said he would do it. You know, because of his promise to Misane, so...
個人的にはコックピット内部に一番こだわりたいくらいだよ。
The most time on the cockpit? I mean, that's definitely an area that where you want to have everything worked out. You know, work out all the kinks. It's like you want your pilot to be comfortable and be able to operate the robot, you know, flawlessly and safely, whatnot. So I can get where she's coming from.
ガンツク1のコックピットだって本当はすごく不満だったし。
Okay.
やっぱりロボットはレバーで操縦したいでしょ？ね、そう思うよね。
Levers instead of buttons. That would be more akin to operating like a forklift. But you know, with using levers, that seems more suitable to operating a robot than anything. Don't look to me for approval. You're the pilot, Kaito. Come on.
あと360度全方位ディスプレイ、前後左右上下の様子が投影されるの。
Can we actually manage to do that?
あー、でもそれだとちょっと普通すぎるかな。
A little too normal? What?
さっき言ったマスタースレイブっていう方法も捨てがたいの。ただあれを冗談だって言ったのはやっぱり恥ずかしいからなんだ。
Why is it embarrassing?
マスタースレイブならパイロットはピチピチの全身タイツみたいなものを着るべきでしょ？
Why a skin tight suit?
それだと恥ずかしくて人前に出られないじゃん。
I mean, all things considered, it would be very, you know, with it being skin tight, it would definitely be showing, to put it rather bluntly, it would show her curves. And yeah, I can see how that would be embarrassing for Akiho. So, but for a guy, it's like, it would be different, right, Akiho?
カイがパイロットやるならともかく、もし緊急事態でうちやジュンが代理で乗り込むことになったらって想像してみて。
I can't think of a single reason why you would have to ride a robot in an emergency situation.
無理恥ずかしすぎて死んじゃう。というわけでマスタースレイブはロマンではあるけど現実的じゃないの。で、じゃあ普通じゃない操縦方法って何かなって考えたら、行き着く先はハンドルなわけで。
A handle? Then Akio suddenly comes to her senses. She looks at us with a stiff smile.
ちょっと熱くなりすぎたかな。
No, it's okay, Akiho. It's like you tend to get worked up anyway.
妄想オツ。
Yep. Frau with the one-liners.
あきほちゃん、とっても楽しそうでしたよ。
ロボットのおもちゃで遊んでるわけじゃないんですから。
True. I mean, we're more like playing with, major pieces of machinery that could be deadly, potentially.
ごめんなさい。
Well, it's okay, Akiho. She really loses it when it comes to robots.
コックピットのことはパイロットさんの意見も聞いてみるべきじゃないでしょうか。
I almost said Akiho. Kaito? What do you think?
ね、よしおくん。
Is she really asking me? Yes, she is. You're the pilot. We need your input on the matter. She just got finished talking about a power source that'd kill the pilot if they were inside. How nonchalant.
俺は死にたくない。以上。
Oh, that's putting it very succinctly.
そもそもパイロットになった覚えもないし。
Actually, you did. It's like once Akiho tried to get into Gun Build 1, no one twisted his arm in telling him to take her place. He decided that on his own.
またまた。ロボ1の時もこの間の1号機のテストでもパイロットをしてたのはヤシオくんじゃないですか。
Yes, on both counts.
それはなし崩し的にそうなっただけで、どっちも望んだわけじゃない。
Pure happenstance. No. No. It's like you're just logically the best person to be the pilot. It's like Juna obviously isn't. Frau isn't. Subaru maybe a little bit. Maybe. But isn't it like a kind of a smallish kind of space? I don't know if Subaru would be able to fit in the cockpit. So it would need someone who's a little smaller in stature. Akiho definitely, but with Misane's promise that Kaito is trying to keep, he doesn't want anything to happen to her, so he's the last viable option.
もしロボ2号機でも中に乗り込めって言うなら、俺は即ロボ部を辞めますんで。
Yeah, if he does actually quit here, he's gonna come back eventually. I mean, we know from the beginning of the game that he pilots a robot from the inside. So I want to say that robot that he piloted in the beginning of the game wasn't Gunbuild 1, but Gunbuild 2. Especially with what we got with the test run with Gunbuild 1. So.
やめるなんて言わないでよ。
死にたくないって言ってるでしょ。レーザー光送電を採用するなら遠隔操縦は絶対条件だ。
大徳さんはどうですか？
She doesn't have the knowledge or the engineering skills to be a pilot.
私ですか？
I mean, sure, you could probably teach her, but all the same, she's not the best candidate. She has performance issues, performance anxiety. So, for her to pilot a life-size robot, she could easily make a mistake because of her issue. So, not to mention her fear of robots. Asking Juna will just yield the same answer. Yeah.
大徳さんもパイロットという立場だと聞きましたけど。
No. It's like that was put on her by Sumio. And Sumio is not part of the robot club. He doesn't know Juna. He doesn't really know any of us. Really.
私はただ社長さんに社長さんっていうのはつまりスペースアメのその人にやれって言われてて、でも無理ですって何度も断ったので、だから私は特に何もしてないです。
No, Tuna. It's like I always feel for her when she gets this way. It's okay, Juna. It's like you don't have to pilot the robot. You have nothing to worry about.
そんな泣かないで。
Yeah, it's like I'm with Nae here. Don't cry. It's like, do you want a hug? Tanoji-san gets flustered when she sees Juna's tearful eyes. She hands her a handkerchief and starts rubbing Juna's small back. Aww. It's like trying to calm her down. It's like, that's very sweet of Nae.
そっか、事情はわかりました。で、もし仮に大徳さんがパイロットになったとしたら、どちらがいいですか？
It's like she knows how to talk to Juna. It's like, make pretend. Yeah. It's like, if you were a pilot, what would you do? It's like, just let your mind run wild, basically. It's like, how would you operate the robot? What method of powering the robot would you prefer? Yeah, it's like, good way to approach this, Nae. Very good way to approach this. Juna glances at Akiho to check her expression. Akiho wears a lonely smile on her face. I figured she'd try and pressure Juna into it, but I guess she's given up. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to pressure Juna into being a pilot.
私も死にたくないです。
Oh, Juna. You're breaking my heart here, Juna. It's like, I don't want you to die either. Well, of course not.
決まりですね。軽量化のためにも遠隔操縦方式にしましょう。
Right.
わかった。カイやジュンが一番大切だもんね。危険な目には合わせられないよ。
Yeah, that's for the best. It's like let's try and make a robot that isn't extremely dangerous to pilot.
おお、珍しくまともな意見。
どういう意味？
Yeah, what is that supposed to mean? She glares at me. Just like her older sister did. It's like sister like sister.
遠隔操縦で基本構造もホビーロボット風ですか。それならヤシオくんも操縦する気になるんじゃないですか？
Yes. I mean, that was his first foray into piloting a robot remotely, so whether it's remotely or in a robot, Kaito will be the pilot.
勘違いしてるみたいだね、天王寺さん。俺がロボ1の時にオペレーターをやったのは操縦システムにキルバラの操作方法を採用したからだよ。
Yes. And you're the best option then because you're the one who is the gamer in the group. So
そうじゃなきゃ俺が操作する意味なんて全くない。言い換えれば
pause for a beat so that everyone hears me clearly.
俺はキルバラと同じ操作方法じゃない限りパイロットなんてやらない。
Well, then we'll just have to program Gun Build 2 with a kill ballad scheme, control scheme. So that is a problem easily fixed. It's like, this is where the Frau would come in and do that for him again.
わかった。
It's like everyone's trying to make me the pilot against my will, but if we go the remote option route, we'd eliminate any danger from the process. Juna could do it, and our sponsors would be happy.
じゃあ2号機もキルバラシステム取り入れればいいんじゃね？
What was I just saying? And of course it's Frau who says it. Frau, who had been facing down on the table this entire time, suddenly mumbles. I didn't see this one coming. I did. Oh, why are you laughing, Kaito? Getting a little nervous now? I try to laugh it off, complete with a fake smile. It's like... good luck trying to just laugh it off. Unfortunately, Akio latches right on.
それ採用。
ちょっとマジで？
Yes, seriously.
フラウボーが自分で言い出したってことは、もちろんプログラムを組んでくれるってことだよね。
Yeah.
うちフラウボーがやる気になってくれるのをずっと待ってたんだから。
Frau? You okay there? Frau turns the other way as Akiho draws closer.
それはそれ、これはこれだと思われ。
What exactly is she referring to? Other than what we're just talking about?
でも腕の見せ所だよ。
Yes, it is. It's like Frau has been very elusive in helping, so it's time for her to step up.
みんなで作るガンツク2にフラウボーのプログラムは欠かせないの。だからやってよプログラムね。
Pretty please with a cherry on top, Frau, please.
もしフラウボーが組んでくれるなら、うちもコクピット内蔵方式は潔く捨てるよ。
Really? She'll ditch the cockpit system if Frau agrees to program Gun Build 2 with the kill ballad system in order to remotely operate them. Interesting. Okay.
キルバラシステムの導入には僕も賛成です。
All right, Subaru. It's like it seems that this is going in the direction I wasn't expecting it to. Not exactly, anyway. I thought we would like figure out a way to make the cockpit situation work.
それにフルゴールには2号機の制御システム全体を構築してもらいたいとも思っていました。
Pardon me, lemonade.
おそらく2号機で一番重要になってくるのはプログラムですよ。優秀な制御システムさえあればスペック的なデメリットは克服できますから。
Oh, really? Okay. Like, how much of the spec issues can we overcome if we have a reliable control system? I imagine quite a lot.
No, thank you.
Whoa, what? She actually said that in English. I wasn't expecting that. Frau frowns. Very alliterative there. Frau frowns and shakes her head. And... and stops in the name of love, too.
私、寺忙しいんで、そんなの作ってる暇ないよ。
Oh, come on, Frau. What could you possibly be busy with right now? Other than just holding yourself up at home and not wanting to do anything.
ちょっと言い出しっぺはフラウボーなのに。
Yes. It's like she should follow through with it.
ありのまま今起こったことを話すで。
Okay.
私はキルバラシステム導入すればって提案したと思ったらいつの間にか制御システムまでやらされる羽目になっていた。
It's like she's like narrating the whole thing.
何を言っているかわからないと思うが、私も何をされたのかわからなかった。
ついでにやってくれてもいいだろう。フルゴーリは自称天才なんだし。
Self-proclaimed prodigy? I mean, I thought she was just a prodigy regardless.
何そのプログラムくらい簡単にできるでしょ的な言い方。
Yeah. And it is a big deal. I mean, to do any kind of programming takes a lot of work, and you know, it's I mean, I don't really know programming, but I imagine with programming that there's a ton of coding involved. So that's a very big deal. It's like you have to have an incredibly detail-oriented mind in order to do something like this, I feel. So, and Frau obviously has that ability. So, she, out of all of us, is the only one who can do this. And if she doesn't do it, then we're basically screwed. It's like we're done. No expo. No robot.
どうせパソコンの前でキーボードカタカタ打ってるだけの簡単なお仕事とか思ってるんですね。わかります。
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they think. It's like it's a lot more involved than just that.
あるある。ねえよ。そんな簡単じゃねえですし。
Yeah. I imagine when she made Kill Ballad that it took like I don't know, like a week, maybe two, especially given that she will, you know, stay up like at all hours and work on something like that. I mean, she did with implementing the Tanegashima machine with the Kill Ballad system. So, I mean, it's definitely not easy, but, you know, it does take a lot of time. But, you know, given who the Frau is with her programming, it's like she will... She has a crazy work ethic, to be sure. Even sacrificing her sleep in the progress. So
プログラムなめんな。つうか、私実物のロボの制御プログラムなんて全く知らんし。
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's like seeing that her programming comes from a video game stance. It's like programming a video game is different than programming a real robot. So the best thing that she can do is just implement an existing program, you know, like Kill Ballad, into a real robot. That's the best that she can do with a real robot.
なんか怒らせちゃった？
I'd say so. It's like she got kind of heated there. Maybe she's just stressed from the countless demands from KB players. Maybe. We don't really know that, though. Subaru, on the other hand, looks unfazed. So Akio ends up apologizing on his behalf.
ごめんね。でもフラウボーだってロボ部の一員だし、プログラムを任せられるのはあなたしかいないの。
Yeah, I mean, like you're the best option for the programming gun build too, so.
ペペ、別に好き好んで部員になったわけじゃないですし、お寿司。
Yeah, it's like we kind of twisted her arm a little bit into joining.
私は私の望んだプログラムしか作らない。キリ。
This isn't good. She's totally upset.
プログラムの件は保留しとこうよ。話進まなさそうだから。
It does kind of seem like we're going around in circles a little bit right now with the programming issue. So that's probably a good idea.
でもそうするとパイロットじゃなかった。遠隔操縦だからオペレーターか。オペレーターと操縦方法のことも保留になっちゃうよ。
Yeah, I guess so. Frau brought up the KB system. So does she intend on programming it into the robot? I mean, that would be the best option at this point. Especially given what she said about not knowing how to program a real robot. If she does, I'm gonna end up having to be the operator. Yeah. I mean, that's obvious.
それも保留で。
巨大ロボ用のキルバラシステムは作ってもいい。
Alright. Curse you, you damn shut-in! Wow.
よかった。フラウボーがそう言ってくれると助かる。じゃあ操縦方法とオペレーターは決定で。
ちょっと待ってよ。本当に決定？ここで？
Yeah, she's very sure. Just as I'm as sure. It's like, I swear, I'm like Akiho during this. It's like, I am so sure that Kaito will be the operator / pilot, however you want to put it, and Frau will be the one to program the robot.
かい、さっきなんて言ったか覚えてる？俺はキルバラと同じ操作方法じゃない限りパイロットなんてやらない。そういった自分の言葉に責任を持ってね。
It's like, you heard her, Kaito. It's like, come on, own up to your words. She's acting like she's my big sister or something. Well, actually, who's the older one? Akiho or Kaito? Who actually is older? I mean, regardless, she is rather acting like a big sister right now.
それならその前に俺と勝負を。
Kaito, now's not the time.
決まり。
独裁政治だよ。部の解散を要求する。
What? This is not a dictatorship. Come on, Kaito. Also, Kaito is just gonna lose this battle here. It's like there's no way Akiho will agree to shutting down the club. Not in a million years.
じゃあ多数決で選ぼうよ。カイがオペレーターでいい人は手を挙げて。
Definitely me. That I'm in favor. I'm in favor. Definitely. Everybody raised their hands. It's like you're the minority here, Kaito.
俺大人気。
Yes, you can look at it that way. You are so popular in being with being the pilot that everyone wants you to be the pilot. It's like sure, Kaito doesn't like it, but he's the only person in the group who can do it. I guess I dug my own grave. Yeah. To put it simply.
じゃあもう一つだけ要望を聞いてよ。
What's that?
何？
Nani?
オペレーターはやるよ、しょうがないからね。でも一人じゃ荷が重い。せめて純ちゃんをサブのオペレーターにつけてくれ。
Sub operator. So like kind of like an assistant? Of course, Juna is taken aback. It's like I still say that she's not the best person to do any kind of operating. But then again, she could learn from Kaito. I mean, he may not be the best person to be any kind of teacher, but he's the best one to learn from to operate a robot. So I guess given time, Juna could learn and become quite good at it. She just has to overcome her performance anxiety. Juna jerks in response.
なんでそんなびっくりしてるのさ。ロボ1号機でも君一応パイロットだったでしょ？
Except she didn't pilot it at all. You did.
それはさっき言ったみたいにスペースアメの社長さんが。
2号機でもスペースアメ社はスポンサーを継続するんですか？
Actually, that's a good question. If we start development on a new robot, will Space Candy continue to sponsor us? I mean, Sumio agreed to sponsor Model 1's development. There was no agreement with, making a new robot. So this, I feel like we should actually go to Sumio and ask him.
それは社長さんと話してみないとわかんない。
Yeah.
あの社長の意向も重要だけど、俺の都合で純ちゃんにサブオペ頼みたいの。 前と違って危険はないし、手伝ってよ。
I mean, with it being remotely operated, it would be less dangerous. So, I mean, that's one, I guess, pro to it being remotely operated.
ヤシオくん。
After hesitating for a while, Juna meekly nods her head.
私で役に立てるなら。
Juna is actually agreeing to this? If she were the sporty type, this would be where she'd be going on about how we can do it. But I can't imagine Juna ever doing something like that. And she's not exactly like a cheerleader or anything. Anyway, I've managed to avoid being the only person responsible. I'm happy just to have an excuse to get me out of club activities. As long as June is there, I'm good to go.
未解決の問題が一つ残っています。
And what is this unresolved matter?
モーターをどうするか。
Ah. Yeah, we don't want to use an old diesel motor. It's like that kind of bit us in the butt with Gunbuild 1.
電気駆動式サーボモーターだとトルクもないし電力を食いすぎます。ダンスや空手の方をやらせるのは無理でしょ
やはり油圧式を使っているメーカーが多いみたいですよ。産業用のロボットで使われていたっていう実績もありますし。
ですよね。
あ、ちなみにさ、あれを使ってみたらどうかな。
What thing?
あれって？こないだ空から落ちてきたも。
It's like, thank you, Akio. But she, did she catch herself, or is Kaito shoving his fingers into her mouth again?
せい
I drill 4 of my fingers into Akio's mouth. Stop doing that, Kaito! Jeez. It's like, why? Why, Kaito? Stop shoving your fingers into people's mouths. It's like, shh, I swear.
何すんの？
What's your malfunction? It's like, what is your malfunction junction? It's like, for some reason that just made me think of Schoolhouse Rock. I swiftly transitioned into a headlock while Akiho squirms. I keep our idiot president's head under my arm. Jeez. Kaito, let go of Akiho. Jeez.
あれは内緒って約束だったよね。
We need a power source. The monopole is the best thing that we have for a power source. Except the only ones who know about it are Kaito, Akiho, and Subaru. So, it's like something's gotta give here. Oh, I don't think I read that. Whoops. Akiho immediately stops resisting. Once I let go, she goes quiet. Tear-filled eyes and all.
どうしたんですか？あれとは？ ガンバニウム合金です。
Gunbanium alloy? What? Is that supposed to be a Gundam alloy? It's like Gunbanium? What a lame lie. It's the best thing that she can think of.
それフィクションじゃ。ギャグのつもりで言おうとしたんですけど、ロボ部継承2章3の A、 おふざけが過ぎると部長を解任されるに抵触すると気づきました。
A president may be dismissed for joking around too much. Okay. Is this actually a thing? Or is this also a lie?
なので反省します。
I'm glad she gets it.
モータについても保留ということで。
Subaru obviously clears his throat and forcefully ends the conversation.
でも大体の方向性は見えました。
Yes. It's like now that we have a general idea, we have some kind of direction to go towards and to making Gunbuild 2 a reality.
少し保留が多いですけど。
True. It's like, and those are things that we need to get all worked out.
今日のところはここまでということで。
Is this meeting officially coming to a close now? Because this meeting's gone on for a very long time.
はい、有意義な話し合いでした。
Yes, it was.
保留している部分を早く決め込んでいきたいですね。
Yeah, it's like, I agree.
2号機の設計は誰が？
Well, Subaru's the, quote unquote, robot engineer. So, he's the best person to design. Subaru, meekly raises his hand. Subaru softly raises his hand.
もちろん、うちも口を出します。
Of course.
頑張ってくださいね。今話した分のパーツ類については、多分予算内に収まるかと思います。
And, do we know what kind of budget we have this time around?
素材だけはちょっと保留してますが、偉い人と交渉してなんとか出してもらえるようにしますね。スペースアメ社さんでしたっけ？スポンサーを継続してもらえるなら私たちとしても助かるかも。
It would, yes. It's like with Space Candy being the sponsor and now JAXA being part of this, and if we get money from them as well, we would be all set. So it's like any money that we can get would be a huge help.
あきょうちゃん、一度先方の社長さんと話してみてください。あ、はい。でもちょっと驚きです。はい、何がですか？ JAXA はお金ないってお父さんに念仏みたいに聞かされてたから。
I don't remember him saying that.
うちら今日の話し合いでかなり好き放題言ったのに、あっさり資金を出してもらえるなんて。
I'm honestly kind of surprised at that too, but I guess Nae has some pull with JAXA, so I mean, with whatever she can provide for us to make Gun Build 2, that just really helps our cause, really.
この支援事業って実はとんでもないビッグプロジェクトだったりしないですよね。
I mean, very well could be. It's like maybe JAXA has some larger role to play than we initially thought, and also could possibly be, I don't know, maybe taking advantage of us. Maybe. I mean, the possibility is there. It's like, why exactly does JAXA want to help the Robot Club when previously they would not? What changed?
ビッグプロジェクトだなんてそんな全然違いますよ。
With that reaction, now I'm starting to, doubt, JAXA's, motivations for helping us, and that worries me.
でも期待は結構されてるんです。だから多少の融通は効くんですよ。
Something's not sitting right with me now. It's like, I mean, I love Nae and all, but the way she's acting right now is really making me worry, and not in a good way. Tanoji-san giggles, but once again her eyes are not laughing or smiling. Just who is this girl? Oh, she's just a girl from another game in the franchise. Who's part of the bigger franchise that just so happens to be part of the same universe as Robotics Notes. Huh. And with that, switching over to Nae now. And with that, the meeting finally ends.
失礼します。
She going to see Akio's father here? Yep. As I knock and enter the office, Chief Sanomiya stands up to welcome me.
やあ、天王寺君、座って。
Thank you. I sit on the guest sofa as told.
お茶飲む？真下君が昨日買ってきてくれた下炭派もあるよ。
Gatanha. What kind of tea is that? I'm gonna have to look that up later.
そんな所長がお茶組みなんてしないでください。私みたいなペーペーに気を使わなくてもいいですから。
A little old newbie.
気を使っているわけじゃないんだけどね、性格的なものかな。
っていうか、下炭派って何です？
Oh, maybe I'll just get an explanation of what Gatanha. Gatanha? Gatanha. Not Gatanha. I don't think it's pronounced that way. Gatanha! But yeah, what is Gatanha?
天王寺君は食べたことない。鹿児島のお菓子なんだ。
They're a snack. Okay. What kind of snack exactly? He holds out a triangular-shaped brownish treat. It's about the same size as the sandwiches sold in convenience stores. Okay.
黒糖を使った甘いお菓子でね、渋いお茶によく合う。
Sweet snacks with brown sugar. So they sound really sweet then. Also bitter tea. It's like I like there's some things that I like that are bitter, but I've never tried a bitter tea before.
へえ、一ついただきます。
It's like, I want to try one too. I pick one up and notice how sticky it is. Oh, it's sticky. I can imagine the taste just from touching it. I then take a bite.
甘い。
It's like, I can just imagine how sweet it actually is. Especially with it being, I guess, coated in brown sugar, that would be really sweet. Then again, I have had stuff that is pretty sweet in taste. I mean, I still remember the first time when I tried baklava. I remember it, the sweetness of the baklava just hitting me like a ton of bricks, and you know, it was when I was like still really young, and you know, it was homemade baklava from a Greek restaurant. So I remember it was like so incredibly sweet the first time I tried it, and I loved it. And seeing that one of the ingredients is like honey, it's like, yeah, really sweet. That said, you know, I don't think I've had anything comparably sweet to baklava. So it's like I would rather like to try this snack that they're talking about here. Just like I thought. If anything, I don't think I could finish one without some tea.
それでロボ部の子たちとの話はどうだった？
Good. It went rather long though. It's like 3 episodes long. That boy. He sits down on the sofa facing me and hesitantly brings up the subject. I came here to report on exactly that. I figured that's why she came to see him. As for the Gatanha, I don't think they're for me. I put it down on a plate so I can talk. After I lick my sticky fingers, I begin my report.
詳細については先ほどメールで所長宛てにもテキストを送っておきました。
うん、見たよ。
Wait, already? He must be really curious about the robot club. Or should I say, his daughter? I mean, why would he be really curious about his daughter? I mean, he sees her every day, right? At home? Or does he spend most of his time at work? What an adorable father. He reminds me of my own dad back in Tokyo. Ah, yes. Denoji Yugo. I wonder what he's doing right now. Is he getting by on his own? Oh, more than likely, yes. I mean, he can definitely take care of himself. I mean, he's a, big muscular guy. So... Wait, this isn't the time for that.
ホビーロボット風の設計で落ち着きそうです。
挑戦的なロボットだね。かなり興味深かったよ。
あの子たちは考え方が柔軟ですね。話してるだけでとても楽しいです。
うんうん。いいね。青春だ。
He looks so happy, almost as if this were all about him. But the chief's expression quickly darkens.
ただ、
However, what?
見積もりを見てみたんだけど、なんていうか。
Is something wrong? Is the budget too high?
予想以上の額になっていたね。
Too high then.
あの額が通るとはとても思えないんだけど。
Uh-oh.
その点についてはご心配なく。
No worries about that? It's like, how is that not worrisome to her? What is she planning?
きっとなんとかなりますよ。
いやー、なんとかなるとは思えないな。君はまだ新人だからよく知らないんだろうけどね。この国はもうずっと不況にあえいでいるからね。宇宙開発や科学技術の発展なんて真っ先に予算が削られるところなんだよ。
Really? Okay, so if the tech and the space development are the first things cut in a budget, what does that mean for JAXA? It's like if they, I mean, it's a space center, so if those things are cut, what's left for them to do?
これまで巨大二足歩行ロボットのプロジェクトが発足しなかったのも、そういう予算が通らなかったからで。
Interesting. Okay. JAXA isn't a business. It's an independent administrative agency. So for budgets to get passed, there are all kinds of tricky paperwork and government involvement to push through.
もちろん分かってますよ。来月になったら一度東京に戻りますので、そこで交渉してくるつもりでして。多分なんとかなると思います。
It's like she's being very oddly optimistic about this. It's like, dare I say, more optimistic than Akiho. The chief is shocked by my words.
なんとかって。
なんとかです。賞賛はあったり。
Coming out on top? What are you planning, Nae?
だってこれは単なる支援事業だよ。それに君はまだ新人の研究員で。
はい、そうですよ。でもなんとかしたいって思ってるんです。あの子たちのロボットへの夢や情熱を叶えてあげたいって。
I mean, that's very nice of her and all, but you know, it's like I'm starting to have like second thoughts on her involvement. It's like what is going on here exactly? I mean this 100%. Take that. Somehow I get the feeling that this is all going to backfire in some way on us with Nae's involvement somehow. I just get that feeling. I don't know why. Especially given her reaction earlier. I can sense a great deal of possibility from those kids. It's like, so do I. And while I'm greatly familiar with Nae in the Steins Gate games, she was a kid then. We haven't really gotten to know her as an adult until this game. So things could have changed from the time she was a child to now as an adult. So I mean, while she is still like a sweetheart and really nice, she could have changed in other ways, and you know, that's why I'm a little worried now with her involvement.
君は不思議な子だね。一体何者なんだろうとたまに思ってしまうよ。
And they keep saying this. It's like with Kaito and now Kenichiro. It's like, who is she really? It's like, why do they keep saying this? Is she not actually Nae? Is she actually someone else? Who's just like going around pretending that she's Nae? I mean, is that even a possibility? I face the bewildered chief and answer with my usual smile.
やだな。私はただの新人研究員ですよ。
Yeah, something is definitely not sitting right with me with Nae. Who are you? If she isn't Nae, who are you? Wow. I figured that would be a short little scene. So this is I now don't know what to make of Nae in this game so far. I mean, she seems very inherently Nae from the Steins Gate games, but at the same time, you know, just kind of like towards the end here, and you know that, and with that scene that we just got with her and Kenichiro, it's I'm starting to doubt if that is really her or not. It's like I don't know. If it's not actually Nae, then who is it? Is it someone that we've met before? Or is it someone who has yet to appear in the story? And if it's the latter, then yeah, that would be a very interesting development. With having a familiar character, with having a familiar character such as Nae, they're taking advantage of not just the characters in game, but also with, you know, with me, the player, seeing that, you know, I have played through the Steins Gate games. You know, it's having someone familiar to the player and be like, oh, it's nice, someone I'm familiar with, only to find out further on down the line that it's not actually Nae. My mind is going 100 miles per minute trying to wrap my head around what is going on with Nae. And, you know, even with getting things from her perspective, you know, that's not really clarifying anything being in her mind. It's just kind of creating doubt and untrust with her. So I don't know what to think about her right now. So I kind of hope that it doesn't wind up being someone else, someone that we don't know, or someone that we do know, and that it is just actually Nae. But just a little different. So I need time to process this. So with that said, I am going to stop it here for now. I have some serious thinking to do concerning Nae. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed watching, and thank you all for watching as well. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and claw that subscribe button to become part of the pack. And as always, everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you may be.